gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
That breaking news out of Atlanta we've been following for you in the past hour. We started reporting that this is what the breaking news is out of Atlanta. 10 people hurt, one person killed in a mass shooting. This is outside of the Sweet Auburn neighborhood. This is in the heart of Atlanta, just directly next to downtown Atlanta in the neighborhood there. So a 27-year-old man has died. 10 others, again, are in the hospital from what we know. This is video that we've gotten from our sister station of the investigation, still active investigation there.
So you have a mass shooting in Atlanta, southwest Atlanta again, where we have 1 dead, 10 injured. And this is kind of par for the course, unfortunately. You have a large gathering, looks like a club scene, and all the YNs and street ninjas come out to play, and it ultimately ends in gunfire with one person losing their life. So, I mean, we're gonna break down this story, but it's not looking good for the community, especially in Atlanta. I mean, this is a huge shooting. 11 people shot, 1 dead. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And they tell us that a group of men potentially opened fire at several other people. Police are still searching for suspects. When we know more details, again, we've been continuing to follow this for the past hour here on Action News Jax. We'll give you those updates.
Thanks so much for joining us this Monday morning. I'm Jonathan Martin. We want to start with some breaking news we've been following all morning. A mass shooting here in Atlanta. We'll have your weather and traffic in just a moment, but it was a violent night in Atlanta's Edgewood neighborhood. We know 11 people were shot right near a busy nightclub area. We've learned one person is dead, and police are investigating 3 different shooting scenes here. We have team coverage for you this morning. Our Stefanich Haynock is live outside Grady Hospital, where we know 10 of those victims are recovering. But let's start with Dan Kennedy, who is live there in Edgewood. Dan, you've been speaking with investigators and witnesses. What are you hearing so far this morning?
Yeah, I spoke with one eyewitness who says she was out here last night watching as a group of men were out here on Edgewood Avenue, armed with guns and a backpack, peering into cars as they drove by. Unclear how exactly that relates to the shooting overnight, but it was around 1:30 in the morning when police were called out here.
So they said basically there were armed men with backpacks looking into vehicles, probably trying to take something, steal something from somebody's car. And he doesn't know if it's related to the shooting, but potentially could be.
To a report of a mass shooting. When they got here, they saw 11 people have been shot. 1 man was killed, died here on the scene. He was 27 years old. 10 others were taken to Grady Hospital. Right now, police are at that hospital following up with these victims, trying to get more information. I asked police if they're looking for one shooter or more. They said clearly a lot of people were shooting. There were multiple shell casings in the street, which is where this shooting happened. They believe the shooters were on foot. There were a lot of eyewitnesses around because this is a busy stretch of nightlife here along Edgewood. And this is what some witnesses told us.
I can't come out here. I can't enjoy myself and drink. I done been shot. I done been grazed in my face. So this is very traumatic for me.
And, you know, it's unfortunate that this is how it is, but a lot of times these people in general have created the environment for this type of activity to fester. The reinforcement of the thug max alpha simp mentality, meaning the guys who are, you know, shooting the club up, trying to be hard, are the ones who are getting the most play amongst black women. So, I mean, we have to be cognizant of that as well. You know, we got a lot of people complaining about issues that they continue to reinforce, perpetuate, and even protect the perpetrators of these mass shootings.
No, and to see that boy over there, it just hurts my soul because I have a baby boy.
By the way, police were out here on Edgewood Avenue earlier in the evening investigating 2 other unrelated separate shootings. So a total of 13 people shot here along Edgewood within just the last several hours. Jonathan, it is capping off a very violent 4 days in Atlanta. 35 people shot in the city since Thursday of last week, 5 of them dead. Homicides are down year over year in the city, but this is just an example of how quickly things can change in just a matter of days.
All right, our Dan Kennedy there, live for us. Dan, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now let's get over to Stephanie Haynock, who is there at Grady Hospital. So, Steph, as we mentioned earlier, we know many of the victims are there. What are you hearing about their conditions this morning?
Yeah, well, Jonathan, right now, according to police, what we do know is that those 10 victims were transported here to Grady Hospital. Now, as far as we know, and from what police have told us this morning, they are all in stable condition. Now, the extent of the injuries that they suffered, unknown at this time, but what we do know is one of those 10 victims was taken into surgery just after 5 a.m. Police tell us they are going to be interviewing some of these victims here at the hospital. We also know that their ages range from 18 to 29 years old. As you can imagine, this morning, family and friends of those victims are probably inside here at the hospital or en route to be by their sides. Now, we also spoke to police this morning. They told us that they are going to be reviewing camera footage in that area of Edgewood where this shooting happened. And also, we have reached out to Mayor Dickens' office for comment on this mass shooting and what he has to say about what we are seeing as far as a growth in gun violence this summer, especially this month of July.
So you heard that. She said we've seen a growth of violence this summer, especially in July. And I mean, it's been a pretty hot month. I think it's going to get hotter in August, and we'll start to see, you know, you got kids going back to school. Yes, but you've also got a lot more events, sporting events, all this kind of stuff, more large gatherings in the community that could inevitably result in gunfire. Very scary time to be in Atlanta, very scary time to be a part of the community, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
Here in downtown Atlanta, I'm Stephanie Haynock. Jonathan, back to you.
All right, I expect we will hear from the mayor and police chief later today. Steph, thank you. 544 breaking news right now. We are learning more this morning about multiple overnight shootings right in Atlanta's Edgewood neighborhood. At 11 Alive's Dan Kennedy on the scene speaking with investigators. So, Dan, what are you learning this morning?
Well, the worst of those shootings happened around 1:30 this morning here along Edgewood Avenue. This is a mass shooting. We just spoke with police and got information from an overnight police commander here who says 11 people were shot in that incident at 1:30 this morning. This is what the scene looks like right now here along Edgewood Avenue as detectives start to clear out. They've been here for the last 4 hours. The medical examiner has since left because this also turned deadly. We know that 11 people were shot at 1:30 this morning. One person was killed. The man killed is 27 years old. I was here as the family showed up about an hour ago and was consoled by the police chaplain here on scene. As for the other 10 people shot, they were taken to Grady Hospital this morning, most of them listed as stable, likely to survive their injuries, although one person is in surgery right now. We've learned that the ages range from 18 to 29 for those people shot. Now hang with me here as we talk about another incident that happened here along Edgewood last night, because just hours before this, there was a seemingly unrelated shooting surrounding a parking dispute in which a person was shot multiple times. So when you add that up, we're talking about a dozen people who were shot on this street over a few hours' time last night along Edgewood Avenue. But Jonathan, the biggest one being these 11 people were shot around 1:30 this morning. We spoke with an eyewitness to some of the chaos overnight, and this is what they told us.
I mean, look at all these shootings in such a small proximity. I mean, we really got to wake up to this stuff, because how can you continue to live like this?
I can't come out here. I can't enjoy myself and drink. I done been shot. I done been grazed in my face. So this is very traumatic for me. You know, and to see that boy over there, it just hurts my soul because I have a baby boy.
There are several nightclubs in this area of Edgewood Avenue. It's the 300 block where the shooting took place. A lot of people out here enjoying the night. In fact, as we were showing up a little before 4 o'clock this morning, there were still plenty of people out here. Jonathan, I spoke with one woman who lives along this street who says she was up late last night watching as people were armed with guns and backpacks, watching and stopping cars in the street and looking inside those vehicles. Unclear how all this relates to this overnight mass shooting. We're still digging into this, the fact that 11 people were shot here overnight along Edgewood Avenue, and we'll have more when you hear from police coming up in just about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
just unbelievable. 11 people there. Dan, thank you so much. We certainly will be checking back with you throughout the morning on this breaking story. Also here on 11 Alive, we have the latest updates on our website as well, along with 11 Alive Plus. Stay with us throughout the morning. Again, Dan Kennedy live there gathering all of the latest information.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetizing shadow banning this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
More violence overnight along Edgewood Avenue. Police are investigating 3 shootings in the Sweet Auburn community.
Good day's Mark Teichner joins us live from Edgewood and 4th Street. That's near this deadly shooting. We can see the flashing lights on your face. Mark, what are you learning?
Yeah, still waiting to get an update from police. I'm going to step out. You can see, obviously, this remains an active crime scene. This is the last of the 3 shootings, all of which took place not only here in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood, but actually on Edgewood Avenue during the overnight hours. Now, let's talk about the most serious one, the one that we are standing in front of. It happened at the intersection of Edgewood and Hilliard, and according to witnesses, and again, we've only been able to talk to witnesses, there were a number of people, many people, maybe 7 or 8 that might have been shot out here. We do know that at least one person has died. We saw a body that was in the middle of the road on Edgewood, and of course we've seen the medical examiner who has shown up to process the scene, but we haven't been able to get any details from police as to maybe what led up to this shooting. One witness did tell us that she saw a number of young men walking down the street armed with weapons, and the next thing she knows, she heard gunfire. As you can imagine, when these shots rang out, everyone scattered.
All of a sudden we hear gunshots, 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 gunshots. And it's just ridiculous. Like, it's really, and then to find out that somebody...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the energy that they're giving, it sounds like they were kind of amused by this. And we need a more angry angrier reaction to these types of shootings. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're actually upset or scared or bothered by this. It just sounds like another story to tell.
Somebody really got shot out there. It's really actually so sad. Because when I heard it, I started running. Not gonna lie, I was running. Did you then die? Actually, who went down to the ground?
As we mentioned, this was the 3rd gun shooting that took place in this particular street. In fact, across the street, right across the street, hours earlier, there was another shooting. This one at the parking lot, and at that parking lot, there was some kind of argument, police say, between a parking lot attendant and someone else. It led to gunfire. A person ended up being shot, taken to Grady, which is not too far from this location, in stable condition. And then after that, there was another shooting on Edgewood. A couple couple blocks down, that's when a person was shot in the ankle, and then you had the shooting where multiple people were shot, which is where we are right now. So we are waiting to get an update from police. When we do get information from them, we'll of course bring it to you. But for now, that's the latest from here in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood. I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
All right, Mark, we'll check back in with you soon. And there was even
13 people were shot and one person is dead after 3 separate shootings.
Wow, so they're including those perimeter shootings now and saying 13 people shot
in Atlanta's Sweet Auburn neighborhood.
11 of those victims were gunned down outside a club along Edgewood Avenue. Good Day's Mark Teichner's live at Grady Memorial Hospital with the latest on this, Mark.
Yeah, 10 different victims being treated here at Grady from that one shooting alone. And then you have one victim who, from each of those other 2 shootings, also being treated by medical staff here. Carnage in the streets of Atlanta's Sweet Auburn neighborhood. A total of 11 people are shot, one fatally, by a group of gunmen walking down Edgewood Avenue early Monday morning.
When I heard it, I started running, not gonna lie. I was running. Did you die? Actually, we went down to the ground.
Police say the victims range in age from 18 to 29. The man who died was 27. A woman saw the shooters right before the gunfire rang out and called 911 to warn police that something bad was about to happen.
As soon as I got outside, we were good. I heard all these gunshots. And I'm like, oh my God.
She walked down the street seeing victims all over the place.
Somebody shot in the leg, somebody shot in the hip, another boy got shot in the foot, and then this one guy's shot and he's still laying over there.
Hours earlier, in the same block of Edgewood, an unrelated shooting took place, this one involving a dispute over a booting situation in a parking lot. One person was taken to Grady in stable, and right before the 11 people were shot, another shooting happened a couple of blocks up Edgewood that saw a man shot in the ankle.
This is crazy. Edgewood is bad.
At this point, no suspect descriptions have been released. Police say that they are working closely with the witnesses as well as any of the survivors and trying to get their hands on surveillance video to ID the people responsible for this. Reporting live from Grady Memorial Hospital, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Well, breaking right now, 11 people are shot. One person is dead after an overnight mass shooting in a popular bar district of Atlanta.
We want to check in with Atlanta News First's Don Shipman. Don, you're live with the First Alert Breaking News Tracker on Edgewood Avenue, and you're hearing from police as well as witnesses. So what are they telling you?
They're describing a chaotic scene where bars were closing down in this area. Many of those people at those bars were spilling out into the streets, and that's where the shooting happened. I'll show you right here that this is Edgewood, and it happened right up that way. This whole area was cordoned off. You can take a look at the video right here, and this is what it looked like at the height of the investigation. This going on for hours during the overnight. This is the 300 block of Edgewood Avenue. Multiple bars in this area. The shooting happened just as they were closing. Here's what we've learned from police. One person is dead, a 27-year-old man, 10 others injured in this shooting. They were all rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital, one of them receiving emergency surgery, but we're told that all are expected to survive. All of the victims between the ages of 18 and 29 years old. Right now, police are searching for the suspect or suspects. We talked with one of the witnesses, and she describes hearing rapid gunfire and then seeing multiple people lying on the ground.
It's been crazy. I know. I just had twins, and you know, as a mom, I try to use my little break to have fun. I can't even have fun no more. It's my birthday, and I can't come out here. I can't enjoy myself.
And she says that she is traumatized by what happened. And there were multiple shootings overnight here in Atlanta, and then really multiple shootings over the last few days. We looked into the numbers, and since last Thursday, Atlanta police now tasked with investigating upwards of 17 separate shootings. We're live here in Northeast Atlanta. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work!